Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Rakin Min Rabbani. I hope you guys are doing well by the grace of Almighty Allah. And I guess most of you guys are done with your midterm exam, and you guys already know why I am taking this class online. So today in this lab class, we will be talking about process scheduling or CPU scheduling. So what we will do in today's class, at first I will give you guys a brief idea about CPU scheduling, and after that I will tell you guys what is preemptive scheduling, what is non-preemptive scheduling, and I will discuss some terms like arrival time, burst time. Maybe these topics will seems a little bit confusing at first, but when I start give you guys the proper lecture, you guys will understand. So I will just give you guys the brief idea about CPU scheduling, and there are different kind of algorithms in this CPU scheduling, like round robin, shortest job first, priority queue, and many more. I will provide two video links, and that will be the explanation of the round robin, the priority queue, the shortest remaining time first, and many more. You guys can learn those algorithms from those two videos or from those two links. But let me just clarify one thing. As those videos were the previous semester videos, that's why they have explained the round robin, or they have explained the shortest job first code in the Java. But when you guys will be doing the assignments, you will be doing your assignments in C language or C programming. So let's start today's class. CPU scheduling or process scheduling. So what is the scheduling? The process scheduling is the activity of the process manager that handles the removal of the running process from the CPU and the selection of another process on the basis of a particular strategy or algorithm. So what are those strategies and algorithms? Those are basically the shortest job first, round robin. You guys already know this, some of this from your theory classes. So process scheduling is an essential part of multi-programming operating systems. Such operating systems allow more than one process to be loaded into the executable memory at a time, and load process share the CPU using time multiplexing. The operating system maintains all process in process scheduling queues. The process basically has two states. It's either running or not running. So what is running? When a new process is created, it enters into the system as in the running state. Then what do we mean by not running? Processes that are not running are kept in queue, waiting for their turn to execute. Each entry in the queue is a pointer to a particular process. Queue is implemented by using linked list, and you guys already know what linked list is. When a process is interrupted, that process is transferred in the waiting queue. If the process has completed or aborted, the process is discarded. In either case, the dispatcher then selects a process from the queue to execute. There is another term called context switching. A context switch is the mechanism to store and restore the state or context of a CPU in process control block, so that a process execution can be resumed from the same point at a later time. Using this technique, a context switcher enables multiple processes to share a single CPU. Context switching is an essential part of a multitasking operating system features. Now there are basically two types of scheduling type. One is preemptive and another one is non-preemptive. Let's learn what is non-preemptive. If I give you guys the general idea, the non-preemptive means that if a scheduling or if a process schedule does not get interrupted while in the time of execution, it's called non-preemptive. But if it gets interrupted, it's called preemptive. So non-preemptive scheduling is a CPU scheduling technique. The process takes the resources, which is also known as CPU time, and holds it till the process gets terminated or is pushed to the waiting state. No process is interrupted until it is completed, and after that the process switches to another process. Algorithms that are based on non-preemptive scheduling are non-preemptive priority, shortest job first, and many more. Now, what is preemptive scheduling? Preemptive scheduling is a CPU scheduling technique that works by dividing time slots of CPU to a given process. The time slot given might be able to complete the whole process or might not be able to complete the whole process. When the burst time of the process is greater than CPU cycle, it is placed back into the ready queue and will execute in some next chance. This scheduling is used when the process switch to ready state. Algorithms that are known as preemptive scheduling are round robin, priority, SRTF, which is also known as shortest remaining time first. Now there are some terms like arrival time, burst time, completion time, waiting time, turnaround time in CPU scheduling. So let's just discuss about those. What is arrival time? Arrival time is the time of arrival of a process in its ready state. Now what is burst time? It is the total time that a process requires for its overall execution. Now there is another term called completion time. It is the exact time when a process completes the execution part. What is the equation of the completion time? Arrival time plus burst time. Now what is waiting time? Process needs to wait in the process queue before execution starts and in execution while they get preempted. So what is the equation of the waiting time? Completion time minus arrival time. So waiting time is basically the time difference between when the process arrives and basically when the process finishes its completion time or finishes its burst time. So there can be another equation. The equation is waiting time equals to turnaround time minus burst time. Now what is the turnaround time? Turnaround time is basically the time elapsed by each process to get completely served. What is the equation of the turnaround time? It is burst time plus waiting time.